About 3 months ago, I made this video. It is early hours of Monday, Sunday getting into Monday. As you can see, 3:03 a.m. October 7th. I hope you saw that. Alright, so first things first, this is a story of how I caught a trade on gold, and I made approximately 1,000 pips, in which we're going to look at first things first. Now, about a month ago, I made this video. I already entered the position of gold. I think it was about this time yesterday. I'm already in $4,000 worth of profit. Yeah, you can see I'm already in $4,000. I don't know if you can see that. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, so I know I have not really done so much intro, but at the end of the day, I'll just be very, very straightforward to you. Gold is skyrocketing. Now, as you can see in the video, I was talking about how gold has really wonderful potentials on skyrocketing, and a month later I decided to do an upload. Although I uploaded the video on my separate channel, a month later I decided to do an upload telling you, hey guys, gold is actually respecting my prediction about a month ago. Bitcoin is currently at $63,000 as we are seeing it here. This is how Bitcoin is looking currently. And now look at gold. It looks exactly the same. Like, you can say that gold is going the exact same direction in which Bitcoin went in 2021. So I believe we have another opportunity for Bitcoin again. So it seems like we've gone back in time in 2021 when Bitcoin had not really so much value. And my friends, as you can see, gold is skyrocketing. So let us do our analysis on gold and let's see how it is going. And I made a prediction and I said XAUUSD is really about to skyrocket. And then I said buy gold. At that point in time, XAUUSD was somewhere in $2,000. But ladies and gentlemen, now XAUUSD is approaching $3,000. So I can tell you for a fact that my predictions are 90% accurate. Let me show you my anticipations on XAUUSD. And listen, I'm still suggesting to buy gold more, but hold on. Before that, let me just show you my prediction so you're going to know what to do. So this is the forex market from XAUUSD, and you can see XAUUSD has a similarity with BTC/USD back then. So let me delete all this. So this is BTC/USD, and then this is XAUUSD. So you can see the similarity between XAUUSD and BTC/USD. Now remember the last video I made a statement and said XAUUSD looks like BTC/USD in 2019, and I said buy gold. So if we look at BTC/USD, that period of 2019, we can see it was like somewhere here at that point in time when BTC/USD was somewhere here. This was how BTC/USD was looking like. So now BTC/USD has risen to the top. We are no longer in the bearish run, we are now in the bullish run of BTC/USD. So if we now go to XAUUSD, let us do the analysis on XAUUSD and let's see if XAUUSD is going to be the new BTC/USD. And I tell you, if XAUUSD is going to be the new BTC/USD, this is literally history repeating itself, and you can make so much money if you missed out from BTC/USD. XAUUSD, first things first, is on an overall uptrend, no cap. There is nothing we can, there's literally nothing you don't need a prophet to tell you that XAUUSD is on an uptrend. So from its uptrend, first things first, we have seen it's on an uptrend. So the second thing is we have to mark out key levels. So this was a respected key level at that point in time. It was respected at that point in time. This was a respected key level, and when it broke above here, it created a new all-time high at $2,000. And I said XAUUSD is at $2,000, a new all-time high. Ladies and gentlemen, buy gold. And I said it was going to retest a little bit. And when it retests, we're going to go to the upside, and actually it did that. So at this angle, the market was doing some ups and downs. You can see this was a consolidation zone. This was a clear consolidation zone in XAUUSD. But take a look at this consolidation zone. Now remember, this is on a monthly time frame. If we delete this was a week, this was another week, and this was another week in the same area. You can take a look at these 3 weeks boiled down in the exact same area right here. These 3 weeks, this was, so see, this was in the year 2020 August. This was in the year 2022 April, and this, ladies and gentlemen, was in the year 2023. So 2020 during the COVID, 2022, and then 2023. So after 2023, once it broke above, there was no turning back. So this was like a point that the market was really, it was not really that easy for it to break. So once the market got to this point, it moved to the downside. It got to this point, it moved to the downside. It got to this point again, it moved to the downside. Now remember that this is a major key level that we have been respecting for a very long time. So it broke above to this point, came to retest this major key level, and then it had some momentum. When it got here again, it slowed down, but it had some momentum to break above. And once it had broken above this price, which is about 2,000, then we had some serious up push to the upside, and ever since then there has been no slowing down. Now it got to this place. If we now come down to the lower time frames to see it better, let's come down to the 4 hours. What I'm going to suggest to you is look for little opportunities in the forex market, especially in XAUUSD. If you want to trade XAUUSD, this was the key level it has been respecting for the longest of times. It finally broke above the key level. It did a little retest. Now, one thing I've noticed about XAUUSD is XAUUSD does not really retest full time like other. If this was GBP USD, once it broke above this level, if this were to be GBP USD, once it broke above, it would have retested to go to the upside. But then this is not GBP USD, this is XAUUSD. So most cases it doesn't retest like that. So what I would say is look for little opportunities in XAUUSD. For example, if we come here, I made about $16,000 right here from this trade about 2 months ago in the month of November. This is the clip. At that point in time, I saw the trade perfectly. It gave us like a head and shoulder. So this is the right shoulder, head, a little left shoulder, then it broke below and it came back to retest. So this was, as I saw this, it's not every time that the XAUUSD pairs makes heads and shoulders. So as I saw this in this neckline, then I took the opportunity. Immediately, I took the trade for a short position. I took the trade for a sell. My stop loss was somewhere around here. And I think this was exactly where I stopped it. It was like a very little trade, something like this. It was like a 1:3, and this trade made me about 16k, as you have seen. If you're trading XAUUSD, you can see the movement and the gap, the power of XAUUSD. It literally moves to the upside, moves to the downside. So it is so rapid. But then again, this was a losing streak of mine in XAUUSD, which I'm not here to talk about it. So I would suggest be looking for little opportunities in XAUUSD. You can see this also extends all the way to this side. So you can be looking for little selling opportunities in XAUUSD. But finally, when it broke above this level, we can see it started climbing to the upside. This level that it had failed to break for a long time. 1, 2, 3. On most cases, 3 touches. After 3 touches, it breaks above. Then this was the 4th touch. Then it broke above. Then this was now the next major key level. This was the next major key level in which you can see it got to this place, it retested a little bit, then it broke above and it retested and it keeps on going to the upside. So currently this is where XAUUSD is. A new high. This is for XAUUSD, it is a new high. So what we're going to be looking for in XAUUSD right now is buying opportunities, because we are in an all-time high, and one thing you should know about an all-time high is you should be careful, because we're meant to be looking for buying opportunities in a very careful zone, because there is no markouts now. There is nothing you can anticipate or analyze. What do you want to analyze? Let's go to a 15 minutes time frame. So there is almost nothing you can analyze, although initially, before I deleted everything, I mapped out this key level and I said if the market breaks above, I will be entering this trade, in which I did not see. So this is what I'm going to wait for. For XAUUSD, I'm going to wait for the market to either break above here, or another thing I'm going to be waiting for is for the market to come down again to this level, then I take it to the upside. But one thing I'm sure is I'm going to buy XAUUSD. I'm going to be looking for buying opportunities for XAUUSD. So these are what I'm going to be expecting. Either because it has had a break, so maybe a retest, and it is having this rejection that it had here. So maybe the market wants to do a double up, then it comes to this level, then I'll take it to the upside, or I'll wait for a break above this other zone, like a break above and retest on XAUUSD, then I go to the upside. So either ways, I'm going to be looking for buying opportunities on XAUUSD. And you know, XAUUSD is not something that you hold for 3 days, because it will literally hit your stop loss if you're not careful. So it's something that you trade for hours. I don't really suggest XAUUSD for days, or maybe except you want to hold it for months, then fine and good. But aside that, XAUUSD is pretty good. It is retesting for a little. So we're just going to be expecting buys from XAUUSD. If at any point I enter the trade, I'm going to keep you guys posted, okay? Bye for now.